Hey everyone. Lately I've been hatching Kangaskhan eggs because of the recent announcement of Mega Kangaskhan for X and Y, and I've been going for a Shiny Kangaskhan. But I've gotten kind of tired of sitting around the house hatching Kangaskhan's. So, I wanted to make use of something I just found. Just found my Pokemon Adventure backpack, which I've been missing for about 2 years and about 200 videos. It was last seen in my unknown video. So since I found it, let's go on an adventure. Fresh water into the pack. You know, in the sunlight I honestly can't tell what color a Kangaskhan is. So I kind of have to wait till I check the inventory. Alright, so it's kind of hot because it's the middle of August right now. I'm going to talk about X and Y and some Gen 6 news. Just got caught up on my speculations and everything because I haven't really talked about them at all since Sylveon, which was ages ago. Starting with starters, recently one of the trailers has shown a video of Fennekin punching, which has really concerned people because they really don't want another firefighting starter, and I understand that, but since every rumor so far from that guy that leaked all the rumors to Beach has been true, I really think it is going to be a fire psychic type. And I think the punching scene actually makes it better because it makes it a physical psychic type, which is something that you don't get to see very often. So I think that'll be really cool as long as it gets some good moves and everything. And Chespin and Froakie, they're going to be cool no matter what, I think. In fact, I'm thinking of choosing Chespin right now, but I'm still not entirely sure which one I'm going to choose. Let's talk about a few other new Pokemon really quickly. I'm really liking, my personal favorite so far has been Talonflame, the Phoenix Pokemon, like you can see right now. And I just wish it had a more creative name. But it looks like it has some good things going for it, and I'm really hoping that it has something to overcome the Stealth Rock weakness that it has. Also, Pangoro has me wondering, why do they have to make every bear weak against fighting types? It's kind of strange. But I like how we have more bears. Bears are cool. Also, I think Xerneas is even cooler because it's fairy type. I'm really looking forward to X version for it. That's the one that I would have chosen if I was just getting one version. But I already pre-ordered both back in March at the Meloetta event. And if the rumors about fairy type are true, I think they really did a good job of introducing a new type. I wasn't exactly sure how they would, because they introduced Dark type and Steel type to help counter the power of Psychic types. I think it's a really smart move if Fairy type really is a counter to Dragon types, and something that kind of boosts Poison types. Because pure Poison types just have bad typing right now. They don't have many weaknesses except for Psychic and Ground, which are prevalent everywhere, and their attacks just don't do much right now. And Dragon types have just been super overpowered since the beginning, in my opinion. So Fairy type ought to be interesting. Also, I'm really glad to see an old favorite of mine, Mawile, get the Fairy type edition boost, and it may actually make Mawile more viable. And speaking of viability, the new Mega Evolutions. I really like them. Most people don't. They claim it's like Digimon. Though it has a little bit of similarity to Digimon, I don't really think it's Digimon at all. I think it's going to be really cool, and it's a good way to boost Pokemon of previous generations because, one, they can't get new abilities because they already have the hidden ability slot. Two, adding new evolutions would often be overkill, and in fact Pokemon like Ampharos are already fully evolved. And three, they look really cool. Mega Ampharos looks like it's from like a hair metal band or something, and my favorite Pokemon, Absol, is getting a Mega Evolution, which makes me super pumped. Also Kangaskhan, which I'm currently breeding right now, it's going to be really awesome with the double attack and everything. In fact, a really weird thing, on my original Fire Red version, my first Kangaskhan's name was XY back in 2004. I named it that for no reason, but I think it's really funny that it's getting a major boost in X and Y versions. Mega Evolutions do have me wondering a little bit, however. Will the item like Blazikenite take up the hold move slot? And if so, that may be a crippling factor, because they wouldn't be able to use attacks. I mean, they wouldn't be able to use items like the Focus Sash or Choice Scarf or anything, So using up that move hold item slot might just be a little bit crippling, but I think their stats and abilities and attacks will really balance that out. Now we just reached a farm for horses, aka Ponyta and Rapidash. And if this was anywhere near the Kalos region, probably go-goats in its pre-evolved form, which the name escapes me right now. But even though we can see the go-goat in its little evolved form jumping up cliffs, I think this is only in a special area. I don't think this will be available in the field everywhere. But I think all the new Pokemon designs so far have been really cool. Not a single one of them has really made me just at this point. There's a go-goat. Nope. Still no shiny yet. Only hatched about like 10 eggs today though. Got a shiny Alomomola yesterday through the Masuda method. So I was just kind of hoping to press my luck again. However, this walk is far from over. I haven't even taken a sip of water. I'm just kind of sweaty. Let's keep going. Also, with the Torchic with Blazikenite being an event exclusive Pokemon, it makes me wonder how many of these will be event exclusives. And I really hope that these are all worldwide events, if so. And also makes me wonder if we'd be able to download new events that aren't exactly on the ROM of the game, so they could add possibly new Pokemon through DLC, which would be really cool. Because as far as I know, DS ROM hacking isn't nearly, 3DS ROM hacking isn't nearly as advanced as DS was back in the day. So it's going to be a lot harder for people to data mine through the ROM and find every Pokemon, which will be really cool because there will be a lot of undiscovered things that will take a long time to find. And I'm okay with that, because that's how I played Ruby version back in the day, and it was awesome. Taking a quick break, gonna have my first swig of water. Man, I've walked a bunch of steps today. Wish I brought my Poke Walker. Just gotta get another battery for it. Continuing with X and Y, I think they're being really good sports right now, because information from the CoroCoro comics issues from Japan keep leaking online, and the next day Nintendo has always seemed to release all the information worldwide and in America, including extra information. I don't know if this is part of the plan or if they're just releasing it as it leaks, but it's a pretty smart move to keep everyone up to date internationally. Alright, last big thing I wanted to talk about in X and Y is super training. I really like it because for the longest time, effort value training has just been kind of a thing that's been underground. A lot of people don't like doing it because it takes too long, or they can't keep track of it. They just want to keep playing the games for fun. Now that it's an official mechanic and you can, the whole process is expedited through super training, I think it will really encourage more people to play legitimately instead of Pokegenning and stuff like that. I mean, I don't care if you Pokegen or not, but it's still cheating the whole system. It should be about trying to find your own strategies and everything instead of just copying and pasting random strategies that you find online and everything. Though it's good to share strategies sometimes. This whole super training process will probably change competitive battling a little bit by widening the audience to more people. And hopefully it'll bring in some new young blood with interesting Pokemon and strategies instead of the same old things that we've seen for 5 generations. Now this leaves in questions IVs, individual values. I don't know if those will appear more prevalently in the games, but I've never honestly cared about those that much. Like, if I'm resetting for an event Pokemon, I maybe go to the guy in Battle Subway to see what they are, but I never really let those hinder me in my choice of what Pokemon I'm going to use and stuff. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I have to say about X and Y right now. Now I'm going to go keep walking. It's going to be a long walk. Let's hatch some Kangaskhan's. Right now it's Friday, 6 days after I started hunting, and I filmed the last part of the video on Sunday. I've been through about 500 eggs, and I still haven't found the Shiny Kangaskhan. I've been doing it kind of casually on and off, but I've really gained a better appreciation for the hardcore shiny hunters out there. I never knew how much really went into it, especially with all these encounters and everything. Because usually I just have good luck and everything with finding shinies, but at this point, I'm just constantly hatching eggs, hoping to find a shiny. And right now I'm like house sitting, so I have nothing better to do than make a video and go shiny hunting. There's so much more happiness in finding a shiny through one of these hunting methods instead of like RNG or PokeRadar or PokeGen. I use the PokeRadar all the time and Platinum and everything, but I refuse to RNG and stuff because that's cheating. So now it's Sunday, a week since I have initiated the search. I just keep switching DSs whenever one of them starts running low on battery and swapping the cart to the other, Black 2. But since I started filming last week, there's been a lot of extra Pokemon news, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. This weekend was the Pokemon Game Show in Japan, which is like some huge thing, and during the demo, Fennekin is using Psybeam, pretty much confirming that it's going to be Psychic type at some point. So that's the good thing to know. The end of the firefighting starters finally. Also, you get to look at Mega Evolutions now. You just tap some icon in the middle of battle, and it works pretty well. Also, during some retrospective video, at one point they showed what looked like Wii U footage for what could possibly be another main series Pokemon game on the Wii U. And I'm really hoping it's something that has to do with Coliseum or XD and not another Stadium-like title. Also, they revealed that there's going to be a second Pokemon anime, and it's going to be called Pokemon Origins, talking about the origin of Red and Green with the original characters, Red and Green, which is awesome. I'm really hoping it's more of a series than just like a special or something, but still if it's just a special or movie, it'll be really interesting and exciting to watch. And I hope that it does well so they can continue to make it with the other games. So, yeah, still hunting Kangaskhan's. But I finally hatched the Shiny Kangaskhan. I kind of lost track of eggs. Alright, this thing took way over 1,000 eggs, which is pretty bad luck because I had a 1 in 1024 chance of finding this thing. But I still met the odds, I guess. I named it Marcy, thanks to Twitter user Chai Tofu, aka Strawberry Tofu. Pretty great name because Kangaskhan's a marsupial, and always female. It's got a sassy nature, which lowers its speed, which is kind of sad, but it boosts its special defense, so I can have a kind of bulky Kangaskhan, I guess. And when X and Y come around, its ability will change with the Mega Evolution in the first place, so early bird doesn't matter. I'd prefer Scrappy if I used it for something else, but I'm going to use this for its Mega Evolution, so I really don't care. I'm just happy to get the shiny finally. It's taken well over a week, and I was kind of hoping to post this video on like Monday last week, but better late than never.